a dog. Now they've done some damage. Now typically what you would do is replace all of this, which we had previously done. So this is a bigger Forest River park model. Try and keep this camera as steady as I can. And the last thing we have to do with this one is clean the blinds, which are all down. So this trailer was not very well taken care of initially. And so what ended up happening with it is it had a lot of water damage around the island just from carelessness of washing dishes and just general life. And this cabinetry was in such bad shape that we ended up having to rebuild everything. So all of the bottom pieces that you can see have been replaced with actual wood instead of the particle board that is typically used in these. And we repainted everything inside of here. So this went through a tremendous amount of work due to the fact that all of the doors, cabinetry, and everything had to be sanded. It all had to be repainted. And it looks good now, but it didn't when we first got it. So, and you can appreciate actually how much time and effort was put into taking all the doors off. All the cabinetry all had to be, like I say, sanded, primed, and then have 2 coats of paint put on all of the trim work. Now this one has gone through a very big reno. It's got all new carpet and looks nice now, but it required about 160 hours worth of work to bring it back to, its current condition, which is nice. The hack that we have for another one that we own here in the park is what I'm going to show you next, because I'm delighted with how this is going to go and how much easier it's going to be. Okay, this is a 2022 Autumn Ridge. Here's what's happened with it. The rent-own person we had in here had a dog. Now they've done some damage. Now typically what you would do is replace all of this, which we had previously done. So what we've done is used the vinyl plank flooring. And you'll see here what's happened with, again, a little bit of water damage from around the sink and a little bit of dog damage here on the dinette as well. Let me turn on a light for you so you can see this better. Didn't help a lot. So what we have is basically, this is the type of product that's used in RVs. And to cut this all out and redo all of these cabinets is going to be an awful lot of work. And so what we did is we cut the strips of vinyl, and you can see where we've put it on. And because it's peel and stick, we've basically covered it over. The beautiful thing about this is going to be when you see the final product, when we're finished with it here in a few hours, is that we can go along the bottom here of the floor. And of course, because this is a vinyl, it's not going to be affected by water. And we're going to run a bead of silicone between the floor, and these two are done. You can see where we put it on to color match it. Looks fantastic. And it's just an incredible match. So what we have here, and we've already cut some of this up to put in to make sure that the color was close. This is vinyl plank flooring, and it's peel and stick. Now, the trick with vinyl, when you're cutting it and you want nice clean strips, is to run it through the table saw backwards. So we're not going to cut it by running it through the blade this way. We're going to cut it running it through the blade from the back side. And with any kind of vinyl product, vinyl siding, vinyl plank flooring, this will cut perfectly by going through the blade in reverse, because it won't tear it. Now I'm going to show you next where we utilized this in a very creative way. Here we have our vinyl plank flooring. It is the peel and stick version, and we have done this side of the TV entertainment area, and get in here so we can get a look at how this all turned out. So you can see upon close inspection, and because I'm pointing it out, what vertical rails were done all along the bottom has all been done. We put a bead of silicone there, so now if water splashes or you're washing the floor, there will be absolutely no more damage to these cabinets because, well, water doesn't affect vinyl. So people who get a little sloppy around the sink doing dishes and things can splash water down there, and you can see the bead of silicone along the bottom. Now, I didn't do the horizontal section there, if you look really closely, but from back here, it's hard to tell. So I guess we'll ask in the comments section below, should I do more? This is how the dinette turned out, really nice. Again, I did the bottom horizontal, but not the top. And I didn't fix the bench over there because that was fairly minor. And there's the right side of the entertainment stand, but the left side wasn't done. It's a really nice match. And this was about an hour and a half worth of work and $16 rather than 160 hours on the other one.